Hello and welcome back to our segment of our Disney devotional book. We are on number 14 today, The Mad Tea Party. For our next ride, we are going to an attraction that I've never done. That makes this a rarity, as I've done all but just a couple of attractions at Walt Disney World. Even though I've been to Disney World and the Magic Kingdom dozens of times, I've never set foot on this ride, and I don't ever plan to, unless someone offers me some serious money. If I were to do it, they would probably have to clean it afterwards. I'm talking about the Mad Tea Party ride. Insert vomit sound here. I just can't do those spinning rides. Can you? I could do them as a kid, so I guess it's possible I did this ride when I was younger, but I certainly don't remember it. This ride is one we always pass by each time we go, and I always wonder how people do it. It would ruin my day for sure, but hats off to those who can do it and enjoy it. What do you know about this ride? First of all, this ride actually is famous for making people sick. Shocking, due to its speed and motion. Secondly, it is based on a scene from the movie Alice in Wonderland. The original version of this ride in Disneyland is open on top and therefore cannot run if it's raining due to the fact that the cups won't spin if they get too wet. This is why other versions of the ride in Walt Disney World and around the world are covered. The original version also wasn't limited on how fast you could spin, making it possible to spin as fast as you could turn it. This was modified in 2004 due to the fact that a disabled rider lost his balance, slipped from the teacup, and was injured. So what is the message from this ride? The message is, don't ride if you get motion sickness. That's obvious, but let's try to turn that into a spiritual message. I mentioned above that this ride, like some others we will talk about later, is famous for making people sick. Also, like I said, I have no doubts that if I rode this ride, I would be out for a while. I would have to sit down, or probably lay down, and recover for several minutes or even hours. So let's go with this lesson. Spin equals sin. What do I mean by spin equals sin? No, it's not a sin to spin. If you want to ride this ride and spin all day long and it doesn't affect you, go for it. I won't be participating or probably even watching. What I mean is that the effect that spinning has on me and many others is like what sin does to you. Once you participate in sin, it can have lasting effects. It can knock you down for minutes, hours, days, or even longer. Sin is sometimes addictive. It can cause others to sin. It can lead to other sin. It can severely damage your relationship with others, and it can especially damage your relationship with God. To me, that makes sin very dangerous and can cause spiritual sickness, just like the ride can cause literal sickness. Isaiah 59:2 says that our sin separates us from God. 1 John 3:4 says that sin is lawlessness, which means committing sin is like breaking the law. I could list another 100 verses from the Bible here that talk about how sin damages us and takes us away from God. The good news is that God never takes himself away from us. Thankfully, he doesn't leave us because we sin. We are also told that we will sin. It's inevitable. It's a fact. What isn't definite is how we handle our sin. Do we get back on that narrow path and make our lives right, or do we stay down, sick on a park bench somewhere, suffering the effects of our sin? So the next time you ride the Mad Tea Party, or just pass by it like me, think about how spin equals sin. Sinning will knock you down every time and have very negative effects. Don't get caught up in it. Why risk it? Draw near to God so you don't have to suffer those effects. If you do mess up, and we all will, learn from it, get right with God again, and don't repeat it. That was today's. Thank you for joining me for that, and I will see you next time for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. All right, bye.